right. And we welcome back to the show my good friend and mentor, Newt Gingrich, former House Speaker, Fox News contributor. Newt, thanks for coming back on. I want to talk to you about this. There's an economic boom. The tariff story, is working probably better than almost anybody thought possible. You've got huge tax refunds. You've been writing about it. We've been writing about it. You've got this Trump accounts where everybody's going to get $1,000, no matter who you are, where you came from. A lot of really positive things. Okay, the economy's growing like topsy. Why can't Republicans seem to win elections? The latest one, I know it's a state senate election in Texas, but it seemed like the numbers, Trump carried it easily, and he just seems to have what's wrong with the GOP at this point? Why can't they seem to knock out some victories?
In my entire career, the Republican Party has worked at being inarticulate and unable to communicate. I mean, it's enough to drive you crazy. You have, for example, in the One Big Beautiful Bill, if you explain that the Democrats wanted to raise your taxes, you get a 17-point swing in the generic ballot. I haven't seen any Republican methodically go through that stuff. What happened in Texas should be a wake-up call for every Republican. We had a district where Trump won by 17%. We lost it by 14. That's a swing of 31%. And if anything like that happened this fall, and I don't think it will, but if it did, it would be a catastrophe. And it would be a catastrophe for the Trump administration. Part of the problem is that the president has to slow down, focus, be disciplined, and repeat things. You'll remember from the Reagan years when you and I both worked together, Reagan understood you had to drive a message and drive a message and drive a message. You couldn't just do one speech and then go off and do something totally different and have people totally confused about what the message is. We have a tremendous opportunity on affordability to pass transparency in healthcare and probably save the average family $4,000 to $7,000 a year, because health cost is the largest single affordability problem. We have an amazing opportunity to take everything that's in the already passed Big Beautiful Bill, which, remember, every Democrat voted no. I mean, so you can go in and see everybody who gets a tip credit and say the Democrats were against your having this tax credit. You can go in and talk to people who got the expanded child care. You can go in and talk to people who are going to get the new Trump savings account. You can go in and talk to people who have huge refunds. We're going to have the largest refunds in history this year. And I don't think there's any Republican plan that's serious that communicates the Democrats voted against you having money. It's not just a report. You remind them who tried to stop it.
I agree. Look, I want to come back to these Trump accounts, okay? Newborns from poor families, and I don't care what the ethnicity is, okay? It doesn't matter. Newborns from poor families have a chance to become millionaires. That's what this thing is all about. They're not selling it. They're not hardly even talking about it. I mean, I've been talking about it here. A lot of people don't really know it, understand it, haven't seen the numbers work out. And you've got, employers may contribute, families may contribute. The sky's the limit on this thing. But no matter who you are, there are no caps. It's colorblind. It's income blind. People from poor families and backgrounds have a chance to become millionaires and own a piece of the rock and create wealth. I don't know why we're not talking about that. I think it's a remarkable policy.
Let me build on that for a minute, Larry. Michael Dell and his wife were putting up $6 billion, $250 million of their own money to help people have a shot. The president ought to be holding future millionaire rallies. He ought to be going into the poorest neighborhoods in America, giving each person their Trump account and pointing out that child has a real shot today of becoming a millionaire. They're doing so many things. It is so cluttered that people can't figure out what matters and what doesn't matter. And if they don't take this, this should be a warning. If they don't take this Texas race seriously and stop and take a deep breath, if they don't rethink the State of the Union and make sure that it in fact resonates and is powerful. And if they don't rethink their entire strategy of going out to the American people, which they ought to be doing 3 or 4 days a week in situations, get everybody in a town who earns money out of tips together and remind them the Democrats didn't want you to have this money. They wanted to take this money from you.
I mean, you just got, it's funny, you just got a manufacturer number, the ISM number today, services, a huge bulge in manufacturing, okay, which had been a little slumpy, but now it's bursting out. Everything is bursting out. Incomes are bursting out. Jobs are bursting out. Now manufacturing, we've had a business boom for the last year. Productivity is bursting out. You got a lot. I mean, there's a lot of material to talk about. I mean, the other thing is, you know what? Is tariffs have worked. The critics said the tariffs wouldn't work. The tariffs have worked. In the main, people have come to us and we've made good deals. And that's helped American industries. And presumably that's protected jobs and created new jobs. I'm just saying there's so much to work with, Newt, at least on the economic front. And of course, he did stop the border. Yeah. I mean, it just, you're right. Texas, this state Senate race should be a weather vane. They've got to, take it seriously, I guess. That's your point.
That should be the warning. And every Republican in the country who cares about winning elections should take a deep breath and stop. It's an old rule, having written a lot of books. You have to spend as much time selling the book as you spend writing the book. Well, guess what?
Yes.
You got to spend as much time selling your policy as you spend getting your policy. They don't do it. They don't focus. And frankly, that puts the election this fall at real risk.
Well, good advice. I agree with you about selling it. I agree with you across the board. Newt Gingrich, as always, thank you. Great stuff.
Thank you.
All right, coming up.